Yeah, sure. Peter, that's fine.
Okay, good. And I'd like to, this recording has started, and I would like to welcome any members of the public and press to today's meeting. Can I kindly ask you to observe the meeting only, as you are not allowed to speak or participate? You all know of the protocol about phones being switched to silent, and I refer you to the protocols for remote meetings, which have been previously highlighted in the scrutiny committee. The next item on the agenda is to do a roll call. I am Councillor Peter Rees, chair of today's meeting. Tammy, would you take the roll call, please?
Yes, certainly, Chair, thank you. So you were present, Councillor Peter Rees. We also have Councillor Alan Lockyer.
Present, Tammy.
Thank you. And officers, apologies, the Chair of Scrutiny Committee, Councillor Sonia Reynolds.
Present.
Thank you. Officers, Chris Millis.
Present.
Thank you. John Burge.
I'm here.
Thank you. Helen Lewis.
Present.
Thank you. And also joining us shortly is Kath Gilbert, Chair. Then you have Charlotte Davis.
Present.
And myself, Tammy Davis from Democratic Services. Have I missed anybody? No, there we go, Chair. That's the roll call complete. Thank you.
And we go on to item 4, and I have to declare an interest on item 8 of the local authority governors. There's one matter there which is for decision of the council, and I'll have to declare interest on that. It's the Kevin Syson governorship.
Okay, thank you, Chair. Chair, I note Councillor Alan Lockyer has his hand up as well.
Likewise, Chair. I'm on the governing body, or chair of the governing body of the NOL, and that's also mentioned in the report.
That's lovely.
Same item.
Thank you both. Sorry, Chair, it's worth mentioning.
I'm also governor in Cranach, of course, as well, Cranach Primary.
That's great. Thank you, Chair. It's worth mentioning that members do have dispensation to speak and vote on school matters. So the declaration forms will be sent to you, but you can still speak and vote. Okay,
Great.
thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Right, shall I agenda item 5 for the previous meetings? I'll take you through the pages for accuracy. Page 1, page 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Alan, agreed is a true record? Yeah, been agreed.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay,
yeah.
Good, thank you. Agenda item 6 is the forward work programme.
So that is as is. Yeah, thank you, Chair.
Okay.
Chair, sorry to interrupt you. While we're on that item, just to emphasise to officers, the forward work programme is circulated regularly. If we can make sure that the titles are tight when we're deciding on items, and if you can let me know any changes. Okay, thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Tam. Agenda item 7 is the Neath Talbot school term dates. Anybody, any officers got anything to add? I don't see anybody. Okay. So it's subject to an integrated impact assessment and not an equality impact assessment, as the report says. So would somebody, Alan, move that?
Move that, Chair, yeah.
Thank you. Agenda item 8, and this is where I have to get is the removal of local authority governors. Kath, are you taking this?
Yes.
There we are then. Over to you.
Okay. So this is the appointment and removal of local authority governor representatives. And the wards affected are on the front of the report, okay? So do you want me to go through each one separately?
I don't think there's a need, Chair, if I may.
Or do you just want me, we've got one school.
Peter, can I come in? Can I come in quickly? Sorry, Peter.
I know elected members have dispensation. We sorted that out a long time ago to sit on schools. The only one question I've got, and this is on a procedural issue to make sure everybody is safe and covered on this. Your own election is up today for Crynalt. Does that affect anything? It's not so much your school, it's you personally are up for election.
I don't think it does, but I mean, is there a legal view on that?
I think, Chair, I think we should remove that one from decision today. Just so, would that be possible, John?
Let me quickly look at the report to see when Peter's term of office is
Okay.
expiring.
Yeah,
Peter's
only
office is
because.
expiring on the 31st of August.
Yeah.
Okay, can we,
Could Councillor Reynolds sit in for that one item?
no, because she's not a cabinet member, but thank you for that that offer. I do feel that it should be decided by someone other than the governor themselves, though, as to whether to re-elect. All right. Okay, can we take that out of consideration today? Okay, and we will make arrangements for that to be decided by another process, probably urgency action.
As long as it's done by the end of August, then Peter's okay, because he's got continuous service then from the 1st of September.
Yeah, okay. Then if we do that then. So, Chair, just to clarify, if you could make a decision on all of the others in front of you, rather than the Kevin Syson one involving yourself.
Yeah, no, it's not Kevin Syson, it's Crynalt.
Sorry, apologies, Crynalt.
Yeah.
So, all the C's.
Okay.
There is a separate decision needed on Kevin Syson. Sorry, I'm coming in on Kath's taking the report.
Yeah, yeah. So, Alan, are you happy to do that with removing my...
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's been done.
Can I suggest, Chair, Tammy, is this possible to be done by email, just in case, if you want a quick turnaround on it?
Well, what it is, yes, if it's done via urgency action, councillor, then yes.
Great, okay.
We wouldn't have to meet in person then. I'll take legal advice after the meeting.
All right, is that all right, Chair?
Yes, that's fine. Thanks, Alan.
Good.
Yeah, that's helpful. Okay. Right, Kath, the one about Kevin Syson.
Yeah, okay. Kevin Syson, we've got 2 applicants for 1 position, and there are no other vacant positions on the governing body other than a non-teaching staff member. And we've got the applicants we've got are Councillor Adam McGrath, who is currently a governor at Kevin Syson. And we've got an application from Councillor Leanne Jones, who wishes to be considered for appointment at Kevin Syson.
I'm reluctant to make any comment on this, Kath, as you're aware. We have discussed the situation. I'm reluctant to make any comment on this, because I don't want to influence anybody else.
Yeah.
Sorry, Chair, just to clarify, it is members' decision on that point as to who gets the role. So it is entirely up to you and Councillor Lockyer.
So am I legally able to make a decision?
You certainly are, Chair, yes.
Well, on the basis of what I've already discussed with Kath and John, I think you're in the know on it as well, are you? Do I have to give my reasons for my decision, Kath, John?
I'm not sure, John.
If it helps, there are difficulties with this appointment. I accept that. We've got, our policy says that on the first priority order, it should be Councillor McGrath because it's his ward. Although Councillor Jones feeds into the ward, but it's Councillor McGrath's ward where he's based. But it is true to say that the governing body of Kevin Syson have expressed concerns about the attendance of Councillor McGrath and his failure to attend school through governing body meetings over the last sort of period of time. And they've asked the local authority for his removal. That is true and that's a fact. So on one hand, we've got Councillor McGrath coming out in lead because it's his ward. But on the other hand, the school is saying his attendance has not been good. It's not been acceptable to achieve the governing body's desire to regularly meet, and he's not holding the school to account. And therefore, Councillor Leanne Jones would have been better. So it really is a straw poll of which one, you know, the policy is not telling us then, shall we say, which one to appoint, because there are odds here with the two individuals.
Alan, do you want to make a
Yeah.
comment?
Yeah, well, my feeling is, and you've heard me say this a million times, that if there's a chance that teaching and learning could be disrupted through our decision, then we're not making the best decision.
Sorry, Councillor, I'm very sorry to stop you there.
I
Would
was
it
in
be
full flow
helpful?
then.
Sorry?
I was in full flow then.
I know, I do apologise. Would it be helpful if we adjourned for 10 minutes just to seek legal advice?
What's your view, John and Kath?
I'm not sure what Tammy's thinking, what legal advice she's after, but yeah, by all means.
What's the legal advice, Kath? It's Tammy.
To me, it's just
Well, we would then discuss that during the adjournment.
okay.
It's entirely up to you, Chair. If you're happy with proceeding, then we should proceed.
Go on, Alan. You carry on for a minute.
All right. Yeah, sorry. I was teased you, Tammy, as you know. No, it's just that if there's a disruption in teaching and learning, and that is imperative for the governing body to do that, to ensure teaching and learning carries on. And as John has explained to me, and I didn't know the situation, I would previously have thought that the local members should have priority, as is said in our policy. However, for the best of the school, it might be that the school decides, or we should be thinking about having someone at least who's going to represent the governing body regularly and have a good input into it. But so that's the dilemma, isn't it? So you could go by the policy, but if the policy is not serving the purpose, well then, and as I say, my biggest thing would be teaching and learning possibly being disrupted, and that could happen if you as governing body with a person who's not going to turn up. So you can see Chris is.
Before I call Chris in, just to make it absolutely clear, because I'm the chairman and governor of Kevin Syson, I took no part in the discussion of what the governors wanted to do. Their view, and it's been clearly expressed, their view was that Councillor McGrath hasn't attended for, well, I will say for a long time, and they felt that he was making no impact or no input into the governing body, and that's why they made the decision to write to the authority. Chris, do you want to come in?
Oh, thank you, Chair. There's two questions really, and maybe John would be better placed to answer. Does Councillor McGrath know of the concerns that Kevin Syson have about his non-attendance, and have they sought out a reason why he's not attending?
I can answer that.
Yes,
Yes, Councillor McGrath is aware that Kevin Syson have issues with regards his attendance, and yes, the school has written to Councillor McGrath twice without any response.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct, and that became evident in the discussion that the governing body had at the time. So you know, that's the dilemma we have, and I can understand. I can stand what our policy is, but the policy is if a governor hasn't attended a governing body for 6 months, then he or she can be removed. Is that correct, John?
Yeah, you're right there, Peter. It's not automatic, but you're right, because you use the right language. There can be removed rather than the default position being removed, because, you know, for all we know, an individual governor may be in hospital, for example, so unable. So you're right, it can be removed. But what's happening on this occasion is the officers are not asking you to remove Councillor McGrath. It just so happens his term of office, his 4-year term of office is expiring. And we've got a second application coming in from Leanne Jones, who wants to apply for the same position as well as Councillor McGrath. So we've got 1 vacancy on September the 1st, but 2 applicants. So we're not asking you to remove anybody. We're simply
No.
asking, the question is, who do you want to appoint?
Okay, okay. To make it easier for me, I don't know, for you, Alan?
I'm sure being chair is not going to influence you, but you go first.
Oh, thanks so much. Well, I will say that we appoint the deputy leader, Leanne Jones.
Yeah, well, I'll go with that. That's good. She has children in the school as well, so apart from just supplying the school with, you know, in terms of a constituency, she will actually be a parent governor as well. So that's fine with me.
Okay, is that happy with everybody? John?
Thank you, Chair.
Oh, Ian,
Thank you, Peter.
did I see Ian? Have you
Yeah,
got a
Ian's
view?
there, yeah.
Yes, I've been able to join now. Apologies, I had
Mm.
some sort of technical issue. Yeah, that's fine.
Is that okay?
Fine with me.
Okay, okay. So that's the decision then. We'll appoint Councillor Jones to the governing body of Kevin Syson. Okay. Right, now we come on then to urgent items, and as you are all aware, there is that one urgent item.
Sorry,
the-
Chair.
Yep,
Can I
sorry.
just, sorry, Chair, can I just say, apart from all the other appointments, there is one new appointment as well.
All right, sorry, Kath.
And that's at St Joseph's Comprehensive School, and it's Councillor Stephanie Lynch. She's requested to be placed into a vacancy at the school.
I
Yep.
move that.
Yeah, I second.
Okay.
Thank
Any
you,
other
Chair,
items?
and, sorry, Chair, just to confirm you're happy with all of those reappointments then, in addition to the ones we've talked about.
Is that happy, Alan?
Yep, certainly, Chair.
Yes,
Yeah,
thanks,
good.
Tom.
Thank you,
Yes,
Paul.
it's fine. Kath, any other issues in that? John, any other issues in that?
No, that's it. Thank you very much,
Oh.
Chair.
Okay, thanks very much for that. Yeah, we have that one urgent item, item 9, and then go on to item 10. On the urgent item, we don't have to declare any legislation or anything, do we? No? We're not in private or anything. This whole thing is in private.
No, Chair, no, thank you for asking. No, we're not. No, we don't need to go into private.
Okay, thanks very much. Okay, so we go on to the culture and heritage strategy.
Chair, would it be okay if my officers leave now?
Yes, indeed.
Thank you all.
Thanks. Have a good
Thank
holiday.
you, Kath. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
And Kath, thank you for your other item that arose this morning. Thanks very much for that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Chris, over to you. Do you want to add anything to what has already been said?
No, I'm just grateful that it's come through with the 2 recommendations for you to consider.
Okay.
Well, I'll move that, Chair, if you like.
Yeah, sure. The recommendations as they are, the 2 recommendations.
On page 4, 1 and 2, yeah. I move those recommendations, Chair.
Okay, that's been agreed. Okay, Tam?
Lovely, Chair, thank you.
And
Thanks
Tammy,
very much.
we also thank you for the hero worship of keeping your hair like Ian and myself and Peter. Of course, Chris hasn't quite got there yet, but thank you.
No worries, Councillor, thank you.
And thank you, Son, for your contributions in the scrutiny. Thanks very much.
Good. Okay.
Okay, well, no other items, so that ends the business for today. Thank you all for attending, and go and enjoy the sunshine now then.
Okay.
Thank you,
Bye.
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 Bye.